Some of y'all are not going to appreciate fuel injection until it's time to deal with a carbureted 454 big block or some fucking 383 or 355 small block. It just ain't good. Listen, if you are not ready to constantly mash the throttle like roaches at a side bitch house while you giving up back shots, don't mess with these carburetors. You have to step in the name of love like R. Kelly at 3 in the morning trying to crank your car and get that bitch to turn over. All you hear is like a stuttering teenager in high school. You see, all you need is a screwdriver and your ear to listen to how good this thing needs to be tuned, right? But it'll be useless to some of y'all because, well, a lot of you bitches don't know a Hemi lifter tick from a rod knock, which is kind of fucking sad. You also have to worry about flooding it and it possibly catching on fire. I mean, to be honest with you, I take a carbureted LS versus a fuel injected LS any day. That's just my preference. Fight me. And some of y'all, while we on this topic, have rebuilt the same Holley carburetor and Edelbrock carburetor for the last 10 to 15 years. It's time to let that old ass carburetor die and go and spend that $500 to $800 on a brand new 750 CFM Holley double pumper. Come on, you know it's time. The Cadillac Fleetwood is the perfect candidate for an LS swap or a sleeper build. The first thing you're going to need is these Dirty Dingo adjustable mounts. Now, these are going to be way better than LS swap brackets because these give you the perfect amount of adjustability so that you can use the stock transmission location. You don't have to fabricate or drill any holes or nothing. You can just slide it back or forth in place and things of that nature. As far as your engine and drivetrain, you can use a L9262 and a 4L80E if you don't want to keep on using or rebuilding that 4L60E. Now, the L92 is basically an LS3, but in like a truck variation. Stick a Sage 3 cam in there, some 650 lift valve springs. What else, man? Some shorties or long tube headers, however you want to do that right there. An LS swap radiator meant for an Impala SS. Now, this is the thing. Now, the engine and transmission wiring, if you have the money, just go with a Holley Terminator X. It'll save you a whole lot of headache, right? Or you can go with a Fuel Tech. You can go with painless wiring, or just get somebody to custom make you a wiring, your wiring for your LS swap and stuff like that. But from where it stands, a lot of people like to go with the Holley Terminator X Max or the Holley Terminator X. Now the difference between the two is the Holley Terminator X only controls your engine, right? The Holley Terminator X Max controls, your electronic transmissions such as your 6L80Es, your 4L80s, your 4L60s and stuff like this. So it all depends on what it is you want to do. It's pretty straightforward. Also, you will definitely need to upgrade their fuel pump in these things because they have been known to go out very quickly, especially since you're going to be LS swapping something this freaking big. I suggest like a 240 LPH fuel pump, but if you finna go back and supercharge a project like this, I highly suggest a 340 LPH fuel pump. But most importantly, please upgrade the brakes in this thing. Do like a Corvette C5 big brake upgrade or something like that, or just go back with a Impala SS braking kit, shit like that. This is pretty much just a luxury Impala SS. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the fastest box Chevy in all of Mississippi. You see, when these Mississippians ain't cooking a whole freshly caught fucking hog underground with about 100 family members in the front yard enjoying a Bud Light, they're handing your ass to you with a whole lot of Gap sauce slathered all over it. You pop the hood, there's a whole lot of LS under it. And again, I told y'all before, the formula pretty simple for the box Chevys. You get a QA1 suspension, you get a big brake kit. What else? Ford 9-inch rear end, a TH400, whatever LS you want. You can do the L9262. You can do a fully built 408 stroker LQ4 or LQ9. Man, bro, Chevy has some of the most diverse platforms you could ever think of, but this guy preferred to go with a nitrous LS. What's about that Bobby Brown go-go gas? That 250 shot of Whitney Houston. Another thing I noticed with Mississippians is if it ain't a turbo setup, which you'll occasionally see, it's going to be a whole lot of doped up vehicles. We're talking about nitrous 383 strokers, 496s, 454s, 355s, bro, 400 small block. Don't matter if it's the 2-bolt or the 4-bolt main. Don't matter. These guys know how to kick ass. And while you wait, make sure you follow Gerard Jefferson.